All right, all right, all right, all right. Hey, y'all. Hey, come on in. Come on in. It's the Caravan of Dreams, the redo. Y'all know what it is. It's 8 something. And we are here. Be sure and like and share, like and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. My sound is good. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, come on in, come on in. All right. Hey, y'all. Hey, come on in, everybody. Come on in. Be sure and like and share, like and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. Come on in. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, y'all. Somebody give me a thumbs up or a like or something. Let me know that you can hear me okay. Hello, hello. Hey, y'all. Can y'all hear us okay? Give me a like or a thumbs up or something. I thought I saw a few people. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much, Tino. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started, and people can come in or catch us on the replay or however. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so listen, let's start here and let's talk about the thing that was going around this weekend. It was real strange about the Carly Russell situation where the young lady was riding down the street, and I believe this was in Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. So she's riding down the freeway, and she says that she sees a toddler. It's nighttime, so she says she sees a toddler over on the side of the freeway, and so she pulls over and supposedly she's going to rescue this baby that's walking on side of the freeway, is what she said. Okay, so now, according to the cameras or whatever, what the police said on the cameras, that they never saw a baby or, you know, anyone else, but they did see her get out of her car and kind of go on the other side, and then all of a sudden I guess maybe she walked away and then she disappeared. So kind of weird, a little strange. um Her boyfriend says that she had to fight for her life for 48 hours. Now, nobody knows, anything as far as where she was or whatever. But she was gone. But here's the thing. So people were like, look, now we gave money, we donated, we was praying for Carly to get back safe and this and that. And it was a big deal, right? And now, so they found her, or she found herself, or whatever. She's home now, and people like, we want to know where was Carly at, because this don't seem right. Some seem real funny about or fishy about whatever's going on here. So people are not okay with the fact that y'all just gonna say, well, Carly was abducted or whatever, even though nobody ever saw anybody else, but she was missing. And the boyfriend says she had to fight for her life for 48 hours. Well, we want answers. The people want answers. And, it's like, what's your stance on this? Because 1 minute you're like, hey, we're praying for Carly, pray that she gets home safely. Then she's home safely. And people are like, okay, well, Carly, you need to tell us where you were. What's going on here? So, I mean, hey, I don't know. People have to decide. You got to decide which one is, are you for? Are you glad she's home, or, what the heck? Because it seems real fishy, and it does, because it's like, nobody saw everything else that she said that she, went through, or nobody saw a baby, or but why would somebody pull over and say they saw a baby, a toddler walking on the side of the road, though? If she must have saw something. But they said that she, as far as the GoFundMe that was, collected on her behalf, it was, some odd thousand, $69,000 or something like that. And people want to know. So,
well, I guess if she got $70,000, and whoever gave that 70,000 want to know.
I mean, even the people that didn't give nothing want to know, because people are like, listen,
because people knows it.
Yeah, I mean, indeed. But it was a big deal. It was on news. Now a lot of times when it's African American women, it ain't always on the news like that, right? So, but it was made a big deal. It was, she saw a baby on the side of the freeway. She pulls over. Now she's gone. Baby's gone.
It's not a social media thing, man.
Huh?
I said that was big in social media before it ever hit the news. That's I don't know. Shoot.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, what people want to know, where was she at? Because nobody can just accept the fact that, her boyfriend said, well, she fought for her life for 48 hours. Okay, well, with who and where was she at? That's the question. People want to know. Like, you can't just come back and be like everything just normal. So
that adds suspense.
Huh?
So that adds suspense.
I mean, yeah, indeed.
Now you don't. Now they're on the edge. Now y'all on the edge of your seats. Now, if anything get posted about this situation, shoot, it's going viral.
Yeah. I imagine so. I would imagine so. So listen, there was. Are you familiar with the Ashley Grayson story? Ashley Grayson.
The credit.
Yes.
Chick.
Yes. Okay. So did you know what's going on with her and her? I think they're her husband right now.
I don't
that
know.
They have been arrested, huh?
Yeah, that went down a couple of weeks ago, huh?
Yeah. I don't think we get to talk about this. So, the thing with that was a really strange thing. I'm trying to figure out what would make her think that that's okay, what she was doing. So she,
what you mean?
Well, the fact that, okay, first of all, people were
scamming, huh?
Well, people were saying that it was scamming, that.
Well, she ain't the only one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, okay. And so the people that were, out here reporting or whatever saying, hey, y'all know it's a scam. Y'all paying this money. It's just a scam, blah, blah, blah. And so, it was a few people that were saying that, and she wanted them deleted. Right. And then, she's out here saying that she was, for the community, giving money, trying to help people. But what had happened was she actually had bought a house that she let, this lady live in, but she kept it in her own name. So essentially, she didn't buy the house for the lady. Anyway, people were, you know, finding out different things, different stories, and all of that.
Was something wrong with that? The fact that she
Yeah, people. Well, because the family that of the lady that the house was bought for, they're like, if it's really her house, why don't you sign it over to her? Why are you keeping it in your name? So essentially, it's not her house; it's your house. Yeah, and her family had a problem with that. They did.
okay? Are they still in the house?
Well, so I would imagine now because Ashley is they're getting ready to go to jail. So
Well, assets can
they
get
didn't they
seized.
didn't kick the lady. She didn't kick her out. They just wanted her to. If you're saying that this is her house, then give her the house. Take your name off of it, as opposed to basically letting her live in your house. So
That ain't so bad though.
you think that? Yeah, I mean, the family felt like if you're gonna be out here telling people that you bought a house for this lady, right?
Hmm.
And essentially, did you or you bought a house for yourself and let the lady live in the house? So they wanted her to take her name off of it.
I guess if you just, I don't know, that's a little bit extra.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like this. Okay, do my mama own a house or not? Because if she do, then we need that house in her name, not your name. Because if something happened to our mom, then we want to know that the house is.
Tino, I'm with you on that. You want the clout, give up the house, but that's what it's about. It's all about clout. So
And
it's
it
like
is.
for me, there is something wrong with it, but that's internet stuff. Like it don't shock me at all. They don't. That's like somebody saying, that's like me saying I bought you a car, but I left it in my name. But I'm gonna go on the internet and I'm gonna show everybody. I'm gonna have you pose in front of the new car and all that good stuff, like it's your car, but it's in my name.
Right.
That's the internet stuff. Like it doesn't surprise me. And the family, you know, I get it where they're coming from, but at the end of the day, you could end up with her not being in that house no more. And then she got to go find, maybe a smaller house, something that she can afford, whatever the case,
Right.
because y'all jumped out in the middle of that. So just let the internet be the internet and just count your blessings on that.
Yeah.
So that's me. I mean, I don't know. I was shoot. Like you say, you get somebody an inch, you take a mile. Gave the lady somewhere to stay. Obviously, she must have had some problems
Right.
finding somewhere to stay
Right.
or something like that. So,
Right.
Respect the fact that this person gave you a place to stay, probably a nice place to stay, probably nicer than what you could have gotten yourself.
Right.
And I would say that other bickering and stuff, I wouldn't say don't address it, but I would address it privately. I'd be like, look here,
Right. Well, what she did instead was the young lady who was complaining about the house not being in the mom's name actually went to that young lady and her husband and say, okay, listen, could y'all delete these people for us? Those were the ones that she asked if they would, get rid of some people.
delete these people,
Yeah.
kill these people.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, delete. That's
I mean, delete.
that's unfriend.
Delete. That's the internet way of saying, to essentially kill. So she went to them, like in other words, okay, y'all want me to give this house to your in your mama name? Okay, this is what I need you to do. And so she asked them to do it, and then they were the ones that essentially got them turned in. So, but it was ugly. But my thing is why, Ashley Grayson, first of all, she was somebody that was out here, oh, she knows Monica, because Monica came and sung at, her the engagement party. And, essentially what they said about her husband was that he don't even like women, that, he had a sugar daddy. And, you know what I'm saying? It was just an ugly, ugly thing. And so now here they are, uh, at the
In
federal
custody.
level.
In custody.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, was that a Ponzi scheme? Is that what they deeming this as? Is that why they ended up in jail or whatever?
No, the reason why
Oh, the
the
whole
murder for
killing thing, the
hire.
murder for hire thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't even ask no people. Why would I ask some people who already coming at me on the
That you
internet?
don't even know. She didn't even know the people like that.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it
Maybe
was very
something
dumb.
about them gave her
Right.
killer
That's what I felt
vibes.
like. I felt like she know something about them, but the girl was like, we don't even know why she asked us that. You know what I'm saying? Like they was
It's
clueless.
something else on that. I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe they are that dumb. Maybe they are that crazy. Who knows?
Hey, I don't know. Either way, it's they now are at
Yeah, that
federal
is.
level.
That's a bad man. Over the tangle web we weave. What
Yeah,
is it when we decide to deceive or something like that? I remember that. I
yeah.
was saying that's
But at the end of the day, you start out, you know what I'm saying, like this wonderful success story, and now this where you are. Wow.
I think when you get that money, man, a lot of times you feel like you're above the law. You feel like you can get away with some stuff that other people can't get away with. So maybe they thought that was, obviously they thought they was above the law to ask somebody to do something that wild.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
but
Right.
to ask them,
Yeah.
you say both sides is crooks.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy because even some of the people, one of the ladies that she wanted, out of here was somebody that she looked up to, but she wanted her life. She wanted to live the life the lady was leading, so she wanted them to get rid of her too.
He said Tino said that's a lie. She knew why they asked. Knew
Hey,
something. Somebody in there. Somebody in there
okay.
is a known hitman or something.
Something, because that's weird. That how would somebody see you and be like, you know what? I'm gonna ask them if they'll do this
Say
just out of
they
the
must.
blue.
Hey, must be like, hey man,
Yeah.
I heard your cousin a hitter.
Right. Right. Right.
He said, let me
So,
let me see if you can do me a favor.
man, that's crazy. So listen, let's talk about this. So the young lady, there was the young lady that she was 18 years old who had been missing for, I think they said about a month, right? Apparently she had been kidnapped by a couple, and so she recently has, returned home, and that was out of Houston. I guess, was that the hot thing that this, that everybody was,
No, everybody was
dealing with?
talking about the other one that you was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Everybody was invested in that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
This Houston one, I just ran across it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the thing with that was, we it's kind of, it's kind of remind me, it's weird in a sense of, first of all, why are people kidnapping people? What is that? And are you gonna say people been kidnapping people? What is it that people feel like they got to target these kids and
I
kidnap
mean,
them?
that's
And
first of all, that's what you got to target. That's what you can overpower. It ain't that easy, Kids and women, that'd be the easiest thing to get a hold to.
I mean, yeah, but oh my gosh. I mean, it's so much. It's so heavy right now. It's a lot of that going on. Um, it's like, what is the world coming to? That, I mean, I don't know. Do you think that this has always been as much as it is right now, and it's
Yeah,
just social media?
I think it's not about what the world is coming to. I mean, the world is coming to something, but the internet brings the world together.
Yeah.
That's what it is. What is the world coming to? It's coming together. We're
Right.
all seeing each other's problems. We're all seeing each other's local news. I get to see what's
Mm-hmm.
going on in Minnesota
Right.
as if it were, here.
Right. Right.
And when I see the faces, or when I see a murder of somebody 2,000 miles away, what they crying, guess
Right.
what? I feel what they feel.
Right. 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 Right.
I'm concerned. You say these people we were invested in these people. They were in another state,
Right.
but people all over the nation, we invested in where this person was.
Yeah, that's
So it's
true.
like the internet connects us all. I'm not, I'm not really here to say it's happening more now or less now. All
Mm-hmm.
I know is that it's been going on. There's
Yeah.
nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
The internet just connects us all, so we get to see what's
Right.
going on.
Right. So all of this stuff that we see now because of the internet, it's been going on, but I think too, now we do have more people in the world.
We
Okay.
have more people in the world, and we have more people influenced by the internet that we watch.
Right. Right.
And you know, some people see that stuff. You know, even with black folks, we plagued with the internet. You know, we see the gangster stuff. We see the gangster rap, the trap rap, stuff like that. So you
Right.
got suburban kids, trying to, sell pills or whatever the case, or trying to
Hmm.
hustle, trying to scam.
Right.
Don't know nothing about scamming, but trying to scam because they're hearing about it, on YouTube, because Future talking about it, or another, a
Right.
popular rapper was talking about it. So, the internet is behind it in so many aspects.
Yeah.
It connects us all, but it also gets information out. It also gets that hood information out to the suburbs.
Right. 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 But at the same time, you know what? I think what isn't there something they said that the male, not the male, but as far as the whole world system of how we get information, right? That that's the thing that is going to be able to take us down, because we can just hear something and we run with it.
Mhm.
It's like okay, first of all, let's
Yeah,
start
if it's
here.
on the internet, it's true. We
I mean,
always make
hey,
that joke. If it's
right.
on the internet, it's true.
Right, right. And like when we had the president that was giving out false information, he was saying, about bleach can kill the whole, what was that, coronavirus, and different things like that he was saying, that was false information that he was giving out. And of course, if he said it, hey, that's our president, right? So believe it. And you know, it was so much chaos behind that. Um, let's start here. So the World Health Organization, I hate to say that, but it is. They're saying that yes, there's another pandemic coming. So with that being said, um, what are we gonna do different? What do we as a people do different this time? Now that if we kind of got, let's say, heads up that it's not going to just be something that's just going, oh wow, this happened. Oh my God. So now, what do we do different to, cover ourselves, to take care of ourselves? What should we be doing right now as a people to be prepared for this? What are your thoughts?
Um, you'll never be fully prepared. Only people that are prepared are the people that's going to drop this thing. Coronavirus has been around since what, 1969, right?
Mhm.
So they've been knowing about it.
I mean, at the end of the day, this was 19, right?
I guess.
So that means the numbers go up every time there's one,
I
right?
guess so. I guess
Mhm.
so. But so, what can we do about it?
Well, and it's not anything, not so much what can we do about it, what are we going to do to be better prepared? Because now it's like, okay, so,
It's too late.
huh?
It's too late.
Too late
Yeah.
to do what?
If they already talking about it, it's already on the way.
I mean, well, but still, when it comes, so that we're just not gonna be like, oh my God,
So we're gonna
it's
start wearing
here.
masks again.
I mean, we
We're
probably
gonna start
will.
wearing masks, right? I mean, why start when people start dying? If they say it's coming back, that's what I don't understand. When coronavirus hit the last time, the
Hmm.
world stopped.
Yeah.
They're
Hmm.
telling us that the same thing that stopped the world is on the way back.
Hmm. Hmm.
So you say, what should we do? We should take the same precautions, right?
Well, okay. So, in other words, what do we do to be better prepared? Here's the thing.
Ain't no preparation for that, man.
You
People was
feel,
dying.
huh?
People was dying.
Okay, but now let's say, you know how the food shortages and all that, right? Job situations get, scarce or whatever the case may be. I mean, it's a lot of things like, that maybe we should be right now getting groceries and kind of stocking up on canned goods and toilet tissue and paper towels and you know what I'm saying? Stuff
I
that
guess you better hurry up and do it now.
what?
You can't. You better do it now before everybody starts stocking up.
I mean,
And
yes,
like you said, there's
indeed.
going to be a shortage. So if you hear about it, the thing of what are we going to do? Well,
Hmm.
some of us going to sit back and let it hit us,
Yeah.
and some of us going to stock up on some food or whatever the case.
Right, right, right.
Now, as far as protecting yourself from this thing, we don't really know until folks start dying. We don't really know until folks
Well,
start
as far as the
contracting it.
medical part of it, yeah, I don't, we try to be as safe as we can, but I am saying in regards to, the economic part, the thing that with the food and the jobs and
For me
things places
personally, I think
shutting
if we got
down
the
and
same president, I think if we got Biden as president, it's
Mhm.
gonna be worse than when Trump was in office.
Hmm. Okay.
I think it's gonna be worse.
Well, let's see.
Biden, I don't think he the sharpest tool in the box neither.
I mean, and thank goodness it's not just up to him. There's people around him that will help make the decision about what needs to happen. But let's read comments.
Okay. The people around Trump were smarter than him. What? Oh, okay. Think of it like the transformation of information does that it transforms everything it touches. Think of it like this: transformation of information does that it transforms everything that it touches. We're gonna have to elaborate on that. When we pool our resources and cultivate our own land and spend with each other, that would be nice.
It would be,
That
however.
would be nice
Mm-hmm.
if we could somehow move towards black nationalism. And I know I might get vilified for saying that word, but if we move towards that, we'd be in a much better place. And like, for those of you who don't know what black nationalism is, look it up. It ain't nothing but just a infrastructure for us by us, and it kind of separates us from, I'm gonna say white America, mainstream America,
Hmm.
but it just gives us a structure to where we can exist and uh, continue to move, continue to live without the help of the oppressor. Because that's what we live in. We live with the oppressor,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like we should be able to create our own infrastructure. We should be able to create our own resources and have our own everything outside of what they got.
Right. Right. Right.
Uh, Walmart will be turning all their stores AI. I can see that. Shoot, they got three. What is it? 2 to 3 cashiers at the most. A lot of times it's one, and shit, they got 10 self-service joints
Right.
over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. We all
So
need W-2s. Mm-hmm.
yeah, they talk about Biden. Yeah, you're right. I'm telling y'all, Biden, boy, y'all be talking about. And Trump was something else, but I don't see a whole. I mean, I don't see a whole lot of difference. Biden he ain't all that sharp neither. I said, don't say that. Say I'm gonna start putting limits on stuff as far as stocking up stuff. Yeah, yeah. Say be careful with that word, brother. Yeah, man. I know, but to be honest with you, man, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. And if I'm gonna be persecuted for that, then I guess so be it. Because that's just, man, I truly believe that. I truly believe that. I don't think I have enough power to where I'll be on the radar to where somebody be trying to take me out yet, but that is something that I do believe in. You say you right. Hey, I'm ready to say. We also need to push trade programs, right? Trade programs for our youth. Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
used to be college. My daughter taught me a very valuable lesson as far as that goes. So yeah, we do need to learn trades. Everybody ain't built for college, but I think everybody's built to be educated. So educate yourself in your field of study. You know, um, I try to tell my kids and anybody else connected to me, man, just try to be the best you that you can. And that means that you're gonna have to study. That means you're gonna have to train. That means you're gonna have to, educate yourself in whatever field of study that you're in. Try to be the best at whatever you do, whatever you might do, whatever your trade might be. Make sure that you're the best at that, so that you can be marketable.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I believe as you do. So I'll be there with you. I'm here to tell you, man. I try not to throw that word around too much because, like you said, you can get vilified for that. Man, they try to make you out to be a racist and all kind of stuff, and it ain't even about. For me, it's not as much about black and white as it is about just black. Period. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, William Hart, Steelers fan over there, man. Um, I'm gonna be cool today, and I'm gonna read your comment. I usually won't fool with Steelers fan. I
Oh
still block
gosh.
you. But
Oh
I'm gonna
my
let you
gosh.
make it. Nah, we go back and forth all the time, man. We got a group called NFL Trash Talkers, man. We get down and dirty in there. But he said with modern technology, AI was inevitable, and that is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
AI is a scary thing because it can take all your likes and all your desires and things like that and put it in a database. And AI can know you better than you know yourself.
Right. Right. And the scary thing about that whole AI is that it's like it has gathered all the information about each of us. And somebody said something about what's his name, what's the rapper, yay, whatever.
Kanye?
Somebody was saying, is that him, or is that,
Okay, a clone.
yeah. Because hey, he went missing for a while, and now all of a sudden he done popped up, but he's a little quieter, and
I mean, I think you know, I think he went through the same thing that Dave Chappelle went through, man. And, you got millions on the line. These dudes be having millions, damn near billions on the line, and you have to turn it down for what you believe.
yeah,
You thinking about taking care of generation after generation after generations, and they want to cut that in half or cut that into 10% if you don't follow these guidelines and follow these procedures. And I believe
right.
that can drive you crazy. Kanye went to Africa.
Mm,
Same thing Chappelle did.
mm,
And sometimes, man, you just got to get away. I mean, I shoot, man. I go crazy over $1,000 decisions. So multi-million-dollar decisions that not only affect me but affect my kids, kids. Yeah, man. Big decisions.
right. Yeah.
Big decisions.
Yeah. These AI, people, I see everybody going on there doing their little AI, like what would they look like, or whatever the case may be, and what your child would look like, and this and that. But at the end of the day, it's like, what's gonna really happen, once it all come down.
I don't know.
Like, what kind of world is this gonna be?
I don't know. We seem to
Um,
be loving this AI world, so
yeah,
I
yeah,
figure
right
we headed
now.
towards the VR, the virtual reality world, stuff like that. You see the movies, and a lot of times the movies is about 20, 25 years ahead of what's coming up.
Right, right.
Flying cars, all that good
Stuff
stuff.
that you think is so out of this world, but
Gradually you start moving towards
right,
that.
realize that it's not so far
Yeah,
fetched.
and AI is a wonderful place to be. That is a utopia
Right,
for people who find fault within themselves, for
right.
people who don't like what they see in the mirror. So, I think it's going to replace some gym memberships out there. That
Hey.
AI, just post a picture, that perfect
Right.
picture.
This
Besides,
is me, like,
yeah,
in real, but
yeah.
with that being said, I did hear that so they're going to get started here soon, where everyone will have to be chipped, and they're saying that there it's going to get to the point where they will no longer accept cash, or any transactions. If you don't have a chip, your money will not be accepted, period.
I heard they're doing that in China, but I
Yeah,
don't,
it is coming here.
I don't know until they define who they is or you or whoever y'all are. I don't really. I can see it coming, but I don't see it this year. I don't see it
Yeah,
next
no,
year.
no, it's not this year, but the people, they've already opened up the that financial thing that took the place of Cash App, right? Essentially, right? That the government runs. It's a federal
Mhm.
sort of Cash App type thing.
Yeah, I know what
And
you're talking
so that's who is creating these chips that will be placed under your skin, on your finger, and you won't be able to make any type of transactions without it. So I'm just saying.
I think it'll happen. I don't know if I'll see it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's around the corner.
Now, so money is.
Jeremy, understood. That's true. Money got to be the dirtiest thing out here, man.
I
With
mean,
the
it
hands that it
is,
run through.
but I mean, now I'm gonna take it here, but you realize that is, you know, going into Revelation, right?
What is?
That whole chip thing. I know people don't like to think about that, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what. At the end of the day, it's inevitable. This is how we're going. This is what we're gonna do. What can we do? If we're not gonna get the chip, then we won't be able to buy nothing, right?
You can make the Bible relate to almost anything you wanted to.
I mean, you know,
because the Bible didn't say it. Now there's not a verse on chipping. Let's put that
I
out
mean,
there.
no,
Not a voice on
it's not
chip.
that.
There's not verses on chipping. There's not verses on AI. There's not verses on anything specific about what we're going through. But you can relate it. And don't get me wrong, man. I just went to church on Sunday. Still read the Bible too,
Oh, gosh.
but it just is what it is. You could make that book. It is a pretty dynamic book, and you can make it relate to a lot of things. Because some people use it for killing David Koresh. So it's you can spin it a whole lot of different ways. You say as of right now, chips are against the Constitution, and that's what I'm looking for. Is for something to go through the Constitution that would pave the way, something that like I said, would pave the way for chipping. Because right now, it just don't look like something that's like around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and I don't think it's around the corner, but I think it's sooner than what we're thinking.
I think I'll be either out of here or I'll be old as hell telling my kids I told you so from the nursing home or whatever the case.
Oh, gosh.
I don't think maybe 20 years down the line, 25 years down the line, somewhere like that. I don't think it's 5 years down the line. I don't think it's a decade in the making. 'Cause that's a lot of changes. You talking about we still in the midst of getting rid of money, still getting rid of paper money.
I mean, I get that.
And it's still around.
Mm-hmm.
It still works. I
But
still take it.
Right. But you know what? Here's the thing. It's so much stuff that happened during the pandemic, things that I never would have thought could happen. The fact that how they shut things down, how there was no stores and everything closed, all that stuff that happened, we didn't think that could ever happen. And then but it did. So the fact that say that so many things have to happen, I think that they have a way of making things happen when they want it to happen.
I mean, we can have another pandemic. Maybe they can wipe money out or whatever. But I just don't think it'll be an overnight thing. Not even another pandemic would just make it an overnight thing. Mm-hmm. Because the thing about it is, we still overcame. Even though it came out of nowhere, we still overcame.
Right.
I look at my situation. I ain't got no 9 to 5. Nigga, that shit shut me down. Literally shut me down. I'm still in the same beautiful home that I was in before it happened. So it's like survival of the fittest.
I mean, indeed. Now, the purpose of the pandemic is to, bring down the population. So right now we're at, over 900 some odd billion. They don't want that many people. And so the purpose is to bring down the population.
I think that's a conspiracy theory.
You think so? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, I've heard that a lot, but I do think it's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Until it's proven.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that, a lot of stuff gets said or, what they have out there, who can prove it? Like, that's just it. And that's the thing. Like, a lot of people got killed. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
A lot of people passed away.
But and then I'm going to treat that just like I treat anything else on the internet. Like I say, you got to prove it. Yeah. Got to prove, got to make it concrete. There's a lot of stuff. It's hard to decipher what's real and what's not real out here in this
right.
good old
internet. For sure. No disagreement there. So, but anyway, listen. Who's from Fort Worth? Anybody out there from Fort Worth? Do we have anybody on the line from FTW from the Fort Worth area?
The heck was that?
What? The FTW?
It's FTW?
Fort Worth.
I mean, you could have said Funky Town.
From Funky Town.
For my ratchet part of the population, you could say Murder Worth.
I'm not going to say that. Anyway, so, hey,
say,
Guess what? Mr. Twisted Black is home. Do y'all know who Twisted Black is? I think you should put Twisted Black, put the music on for a second or something. So they can
flip on. So.
Oh, okay. So Twisted Black came home after doing 16 years in prison, and he is now home. And what else?
We back. Unc had a little delay, a little small delay.
Take a listen.
Had a little small delay.
I'ma fill my cup, I'ma blow my train, I'ma ride 20-something.
Mr. Black, I'm looking at this dude. Where's Mr. Black at?
That's him. Hey, this him, y'all. Taylor, come
This
on.
clip 9
This
minutes
him.
long.
Twisted Black is out. Twisted Black is here, live in the flesh. The wait is over. He is here. He is him. He is pulling in.
That's what he said.
Y'all niggas been saying he ain't free.
My nigga free.
Here he go.
It's down there at Mac.
Here he go.
There he is,
There he is. There you go.
Come here, boy. They say you work out. Yeah, that's him. Just like him to me. Let's start up in the workshop. That's it right there. That's it right there.
Right. Very nice. Very nice. So Twisted Black is home, y'all. For those who are not as familiar, he's what's the song? I'm a fool with it, just in case, if some of you might have heard that back in the day. But what a great occasion. What a great occasion. So happy for that family.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
See if we can get the rap scene back popping in Fort Worth. Because, boy, it's been cursed since he's been gone.
Oh, okay. Well, you think he's still gonna be in it? Like he's got to be what, 50 something?
Jay-Z 53.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
All right.
I
So he still ought to be ready.
oh yeah, shoot. I'm pretty sure he got a lot of stuff written. How about that? He got 16 years worth of stuff written.
Now that I'm sure of. That I'm sure of. Yes. So listen. So this is something that I just want to talk about, because there is a lot of, and some of these incidents are not here. They're not local, but a lot of them, like in Georgia, and that's where these guys are, men are feeling insecure or whatever they're doing. I don't know. And then they're going and getting girlfriends or whatever, their ex-girlfriend, and kidnapping them and killing them and all that. What is going on with men these days that just walk away? Why is it that we already know you're a man, you can overpower the woman or whatever. If y'all are not getting along, just go, just walk away. I was telling Johnny about something. He said, oh well, he can plead some mental distress or something to that
Insanity.
effect. I mean, come on, man. What is the point of this? What is going on right now that's the answer? And it's like, not that she is jumping on you and putting her hands on you and this and that or whatever, but you feel like, what, if I can't have you, nobody can. Why is that the thing? Why are these men doing this? I keep seeing stories like this over and over and over, that men are feeling like, what, if I can't be with you, if I can't have you, then nobody can. Then they kill the wife or the girlfriend or whatever, and then kill themselves. And then in or some instances they may not. They just might just keep going. But what is going on with the men these days? Like, why? Just leave. Just go somewhere, go to the next person, whatever. Like, do you have to, get rid of her too? Like, why is that happening?
It's not new.
We don't care if it's not new.
I mean,
why is it
you
happening?
asking like it's new? Why is it happening?
Why
is it happening? Because everybody don't see stuff the same way, and everybody don't approach conflict the same way. We've been having, people get killed as a result of not seeing eye to eye. We've had situations of people not seeing eye to eye since Cain and Abel. We've had murder of our own brothers and sisters since Cain and Abel. They used to have the internet back then. So once again, I'm gonna go back to my saying, this is gonna be my answer until the end of time, man. It ain't new. It's like, why is it going on? Because two people weren't able to get along. Because this dude, abused his power. That's what I always say. When a man abuses, hurts a woman or whatever the case, he abuses his power, and that's basically what that is. Everybody ain't mature. Everybody ain't mature. This is not a perfect world. So that's just kind of how I see it with that. I'm not trying to validate what that man did. What that man did was heinous. What that man did was wrong. But there's a population of these dudes out here who, when they don't get their way, they resort to, outlandish type things.
Man, I just feel like, if you are a man who is mature and, basically you about your wits, then you should be able to be strong enough to walk away. Whatever the situation is,
When you talk about
just,
strength, you have to have the strength not to do a lot of things. Three things I can think of off the top: lie, cheat, steal. It's men out there that you can say don't have the strength to stop doing those three things. And we can say lie, cheat, steal, kill. It's men out there, all four of those things, that don't have the self-control to be able to stop themselves from doing that. So
right.
Brenda said, true, but you take your own self out. But take your own self out. Yeah, I guess this guy in this situation, he killed her and didn't take himself out.
Yeah.
So he gets to stick around and go to jail or back to jail.
Right.
Or to a psychiatric, depending on how, he try to spin it. But it's that element is out there. This is not a perfect world. And I don't think we'll ever see a point in time where there'll be a perfect world where there won't be killing and things like that. It's just, death is a part of life.
It is. And, it's sad that we just have to say it that way. I feel like it's one thing that, somebody shoots somebody just, because out of whatever reason they felt the need to do that. But to say death is a part of life. Yeah, but in God's time, not when you feel like you need to pull out a gun.
It's all God's time. Even when the man try to pull out a gun, it's God's time. Because on God's time, the man can pull out a gun, shoot him in the head, and they'll live.
And they still live. You're right.
So yeah, it's when you want to put it in religious terms, it's all God's time. It says it's not new because mental health issues aren't, and that's true.
Right.
They aren't new. They are being addressed now that it's out. You know what I'm saying? On the internet, we all know about it. It is being addressed, but that don't make it go away.
Well, all right.
I don't, like I say, I ain't trying to justify it, nothing like that. But you have to know it happens. And it ain't shocking no more. After the situation with my sister, it ain't shocking no more.
Yeah, I guess that would be something that definitely to consider as well, how that was. But
it happens.
Yeah.
And we don't know what God's time is. We don't know when our time is. None of that stuff. It just happens, and you just gotta roll with the punches. If you still here, whatever happens. If you still here on this earth, you have to roll with the punches. And that's what I've learned.
Right. Well, anyway, all right. That's how we got today.
It's them brought you down. What's good?
I'm just like, it's too much. It's too much. Every time you turn around, you look and you see somebody and shot this woman over here and killed this lady over here and killed his ex-girlfriend, his wife. And it's like, come on, man, come on. It's too much.
But you know what? You run right back to the source of information. You run right back to the source where you got that information from, which is the internet. You run right back and go and grab the information. And you might get some good stuff or whatever, but they sprinkle in that bad stuff to vex your spirit. You might get the funny stuff, you might get the memes, you might get all, the information that you need, but they sprinkle in that little bit to vex your spirit. I remember a friend of mine, good friend of mine, childhood friend, he really stopped me from watching the news. And he was like, shoot, because it's bad news. It ain't news, it's bad news. That's all you see on there is bad news. And that was true. It really changed, my outlook on things when I stopped watching the news. Because I was watching it every night, and every night at 10 o'clock, somebody was getting robbed, killed, whatever the case. But when I wasn't watching this, it wasn't vexing my spirit like that. But now we got this internet. So it's like the air you breathe. Right. It's all around you. You don't even have to be on the internet in order to get some of the negativity off of the internet. In order for it to come to you, you can go to the barbershop and some people get to talking about what was on the internet. You don't have to be on the internet, but they're gonna sit there and talk about it. You're gonna get invested in it, and boom, there you go. Right. So it's all around us.
I mean, that's true.
Brenda say absolutely too much. Yeah, yeah. It's in the air. It's airborne. You know, the bad news, the bad vibes. It's airborne.
Yeah. And then let's talk about these people that's, doing these mass shootings. I think there was one this past weekend, that why are you just randomly shooting people? I think they kill maybe 4 or 5 people or whatever. I feel like if you do that, then maybe you should be turning the gun on yourself after that. Because why are you doing that?
I think the internet is a lot of the reason behind that too, because you can get your message out. Mm-hmm. If you believe in a certain thing, that mass shooting situation, it gets your a lot of those people they leave. What do they call it? The letters that they leave? I can't even remember what they're called now. But they would leave like a letter or something or a reason why they did it, or what they believe in, or whatever the case before, Right. And now I feel like people's doing it back in the day to get on the news, to get on the TV, but now you can go worldwide.
Yeah.
W.C. Hart said, we all have to live with the hand in life that's been dealt with us for better, for worse, and in between. That is true. All right, let's roll with the punches, man. Melisha, nothing happens except by permissive or active will of God. This is true. That's called God's time right there. Mm-hmm. Vanessa said, we need to spread some positivity, and you try to do that, right? But for me, it's about what you dwell on. There's a whole lot of positivity out here. I think there's more positivity than negativity out here. But when we do see the negativity, we dwell on it, and we make it bigger than what it is. Mm-hmm. Just the fact that you're walking around living with the activity of your limbs, things like that, is positivity. Right. Right. But you look at that one little bitty thing. And I'm a victim of that myself. When I look at myself from a social media status, or whatever, I'm a DJ. So in order for me to be a successful DJ, I have to have clients. I have to have people that like me. I have to have people that like what I do. And it's a lot of people that like what I do. But you may have 1 or 2 people over here. Right. And years ago, I spent too much time worrying about these 1 or 2 people over here. I got hundreds of people over here who like what I do. Mm-hmm. I only know about less than 10 that don't like what I do, but I'm dwelling on the less than 10, rather than dwell on those hundreds of people over there. So a lot of times that's what happens with us. Positivity, each air that you take throughout the day is positivity. Each step that you take throughout the day is positivity. Each dollar you make throughout the day is positivity. But we choose to dwell on that one negative thing that happens. Or the 2 negative things happen. 10 negative things can happen in a day. Mm-hmm. But like I said, with every breath that you take, that's a blessing, that's a piece of positivity. Right. So that's more than those 10 things that might happen in one day.
I think they should create a positive news channel. Like
that's what's up. Let me see. Oh, my bad. Manifesto. That's what it is. Manifesto.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. They should create a positive news channel, like to where that, for those of us who don't want to see all this negative, that we can go over there and watch that. Just where it's always, hey, there's good news. Somebody got a scholarship. Hey, guess what? These people bought a, whatever. Like just good news channel. That's what we need. A good news channel or a good news station.
We have those things.
We do.
We have those things. Man, it's all over the internet. You can go to people who have these pages or whatever. What's the old girl? You was just watching the other day. They was interviewing her. She has a bright, bubbly personality, and I can't even think of her name now. She was on an interview. She was looking at in there while you were sewing or whatever, and I cannot think of her name. I think it starts with a T. Tabitha, something like that. I can't think of that lady name. She retired her dad or whatever.
Oh, okay. But so
what?
Tabitha, the one that, are you talking about the one that talks?
Yeah, I think so.
So she retired her husband.
For her husband.
Okay.
I mean, I don't follow her like that.
But she has a channel?
I know she has a page. That's
Oh.
just like a channel. It's the same thing. It's bits of positivity all over the internet.
Mm.
All over the internet. It's on what you choose to consume. And to say that there's not positive, there's positive channels out there.
Now, I'm not saying that there's no positive things, on the internet. I'm saying that, how they have where you go and watch the news, but it's not mostly bad news. They should create a good
We
news
don't
channel.
react to that. We don't react to that. That's like Christian rap. We don't react to the good stuff. We react to the bad. We react to, the controversial stuff.
Hmm.
The good stuff, we don't care nothing about that. We want to hear about the bad, devilish. You know what I'm saying? The negative thing. That's what gets the most likes. That's what
And it
gets the most
is.
reactions.
It is.
So
It
it's like
is.
it's the algorithm. It ain't necessarily a person up there saying, "Hey, sprinkle this negativity everywhere." There's an algorithm that says, "Hey, these people are reacting to the negative stuff.
Right.
We got to give them more negative stuff."
And that's what it is. Because listen, here's the thing. People that I have followed them from ground floor, there's some people out there, and they started out with, what I'm saying, just a little following or whatever. But guess what? Once they start telling their life story and the negative things that happened and the, ugly truths and that type of thing, man, they grew and grew and grew. Whenever she would get on here and talk about the bad vibes, or her and her husband had a fight, then she would see her number just spike. So apparently that is the thing that attracts the people. People want to know what's the tea, the bad tea, the negative tea, the ugly tea. That's what they want to know. They don't want to know, okay, yeah, that's good, but what happened with, what was the bad thing that happened? We know y'all got into a fight. What was the fight about? You know what I'm saying? That's what people want to know. They don't want, you know what I'm saying? Or I ain't gonna say everybody, but there's a majority. That's when the number grows. That when it's negative.
This is my idea about it, and it's kind of an underlying thing that I believe in. That people like to see people in the same BS that they in. Yeah. You don't want to see somebody make it to the finish line before you.
Right.
Don't nobody want to sit up and constantly watch that you've achieved all of these things. You trying to make it over there.
Right.
There are some people that cheer you on and say, "Man, I'm glad you made it." No. But a lot of us are trying to make it to the same place where this person got to.
Right.
And they broadcasting all on the internet, stuff like that. I don't want to hear about all that stuff. I want to hear about I want the juice.
Yeah.
So I want to hear about the bad stuff.
Right.
So in this competitive world that we live in, that's another thing about that social media is you looking at other people's lives, you comparing yourself to other people's lives, and you can really
relate.
Right, you can look in the mirror a little better if you see that this person is going through some of the same BS that you're going through.
This is true.
Because when you see all the good, it's like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I do hair, or I do so and so. I sell clothes. I got a boutique. Why I ain't blew up yet? So when you see that bad, it's like, okay, yeah, they going through what I'm going through. Yeah, me too, girl. Me too, sister. So
right, that's it.
Yeah, Lisa, I appreciate it. She said we got a nice thing.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Come back and holler at us. We'll be over here on Mondays at like 8 something.
Literally.
Yeah. Vanessa said it's just what we do alone. Yeah, it's what it's what you do alone.
Mm-hmm.
What did the book I read? This guy named was some Ecker, Millionaire Mindset, and that was one of the biggest things about mindset, about seeing the positivity in all things. Because you got to change your world, you got to change your atmosphere, you got to change the energies.
Yeah.
And it's like you got to find some kind of way to dwell on the positive. That's the only way that the positive things are going to come towards you. To dwell on the negative, shoot, all it's going to do is bring more negativity towards you.
This is true.
Let's see. Unfortunately, nice news doesn't attract major sponsors. Violence, sex, drugs, negativity, etc. sells itself more than positivity. Yes, it does.
Right. I mean, you know what? You can put that on anything. Because just if you think about it, just think about, when why do people cheat, right? Let's say in a relationship or whatever. You know why? Because it's that excitement, that, what I'm saying, that kind of being on the edge, it's that attracts people, that makes them, like, man, this is fun. But it's fun, but not, you never say that. But just the fact of, that whole negative aspect of it, it makes it, be something, bring the intense moments or whatever.
It's the
Think
taboo.
about
It's
yeah,
taboo.
okay. Think about the TV or the movies. You know what I'm saying? Those things that have the suspense thrillers, the people that's living on the edge. Those are the better movies. The ones that's gonna keep you guessing, and it's always some kind of negative this that or whatever. Those are the good movies that people want to watch.
Heck yeah.
So
Because I love my drug movies.
see,
I gotta watch some slanging. I think that was my aspirations. I wanted to
my
be a
gosh.
drug dealer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's like I never will be one,
Ah.
but I can live vicariously through Nino Brown.
Wow. Wow. All righty then. Okay. Great. That's good to know.
Hey, it is what it is.
All right. Okay, so listen, I wanted to give you all there's well, you know what? We'll give it next week because there are like 20 movies out there that that are movies that you should watch. But since we got the pandemic coming, sometime soon, then we'll just give those out a little bit at a time. That way you'll know to go and watch these movies. But there is a movie out right now that is about the guy who created the hot Cheetos. What is it called? Let me see. Hot Cheetos. Is it hot Cheetos or the fire? What are they called?
Flaming hot.
Flaming Hot Cheetos. And it's a kind of a rags to riches. Did you see what the name of that movie was?
Mm-mm.
It's a rags to riches movie. I believe that it's on Netflix right now, and I'll find the name of it and post it and give it to y'all. But I'm gonna give y'all some movies that during when the pandemic comes, whatever, that y'all be like, you know what, I never did watch that list of movies, and so it'll be out there.
Give me
All
some
right.
Tubi movies. I done
Oh,
got addicted to the Tubi, man. Man, I've been watching Tubi movies probably for the last almost week now. Now, you do get tired of it. Once you get tired of the mediocre acting and the subpar production, you got to go on back to Netflix or Prime Video
Oh
and
my gosh.
watch some stuff with some good lighting and some decent audio. But some of the storylines, my good old that Ratchet. Hey, man, somebody said the bootleg guy from the corner store is the one who came up with Tubi, and I believe it.
Yeah,
Because it's an
definitely
app
can't
full
believe
of
that.
bootleg movies.
Definitely
man.
can't believe that. And then what's funny to me is seeing people on there that are local people, what I'm saying, trying to explore their acting career, whatever
Hey,
y'all are
man,
doing.
some of them good, some of
So,
them not so good.
hey,
But at least some of them I am going to run into some people in the local area, and I'll be like, hey, man, I saw you moving.
saw
I
you on
saw
Tubi. Right. Exactly.
Let's see here. What did Alicia give us? What is that? Oh, Crown. Really hard said. One must be accepting and have a very open mind when it comes to customer service, especially in business this day and age. So what part was he replying about?
Mhm.
He said I want to have an open mind when it comes to customer service. We talking about, was that me? Did I say something about my job? Didn't I say something about?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I can't remember that far back. I don't know what part you at.
but
Brother Hart.
okay. Thank you.
I can't remember. I can't remember. But you're right about having an open mind when it comes to customer service. But it's nowadays with the internet, man, you get different sides of the story. Phones still work, and customer service phones still work. And for me, it's like I go to the person before I ever go to the internet on somebody else, especially somebody the same race as me. I go on the phone and I call them before I try to get on the internet and be trying to blast folks.
Right. So listen, and this is last thing I'm gonna say. I was listening to this guy. He's a dentist, right? He said that a black guy, one of his clients came in. He needed a crown. The guy is, he's getting ready to go out of town, and he'd need that crown sooner than what was gonna be given. So he said, you know what? Let me see what I can do. He said, I can get you that crown in 3 days, right? So this is a white dentist. He said the black guy, he said, man, you my ninja. Of course, he used the right word. I'm not gonna say it on here. He said, you my ninja. He said he gave him the this
Dap up or
right,
whatever.
dapped him. And he said when they dapped, he said he felt the power. He said it was something went through him like the power. He said he felt good about that man saying that to him. He said it made him feel like he just destroyed, some type of all this out here where people racist, all that. He said, I felt like that was one, strike down of from racist. And he said, I think everybody should, experience that. But he said he felt good about that guy calling him a ninja. He said it made him feel like he was in the club. So, it's just it's crazy that he would feel that way because how we despise the word, if the opposite, somebody else that's not supposed to be saying it, say it to us, that is the worst thing you could say. But him being a white guy, he said when that man called him his ninja, he said he felt the power. So that was real special.
You determined to get me in trouble today, but here's my take on it. I'm gonna give my take on that. And I've told you this before. And this man, this could be the episode to get me in trouble.
Oh,
So
gosh.
that's what I say. They love us. They want to be us. So he got welcomed in.
Oh.
He got welcomed into the culture. They love our culture. Our culture is the best-selling culture on this earth, and it ain't because we buying it.
Mm. There you have it.
Yeah. So and it's people. I don't really judge. I used to be real one-sided about that whole the N-word thing or whatever, but people use it like they want to because you have guys with white friends and they call them that.
Mm-hmm.
And that ain't my place to judge. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
But that ain't my place to judge. That's how you see them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the only thing that I just don't agree with and I ain't feeling that is them using that word towards us.
Right.
I ain't on board
Right.
with it. I don't know if
Right.
I'll ever be on board when I ain't have it.
Right.
But if you want to, that's like welcoming them to the cookout.
Yeah.
Getting invited
Right.
to the cookout.
Right.
He feel empowered by being
Yeah.
invited to the cookout.
Yeah. That's it.
I can't trip on that.
That's it. I mean, just like Quincy said, he got a jolt of ninja power. Indeed, he did because the man, he was like, he said that made his day. Like he said, I've never had a better day.
Man.
So that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Just to think about, boy. I know what he wanted to say. You know Quincy. You know what that
Right.
means.
Right.
He
Right.
said you're speaking the truth. Speak truth. Yeah, I mean that's true. I found that out. You know what? I really found that out DJing. When I first started DJing my suburban spots, my Frisco spots, and I'm the only black dude in the room DJing. For all of these, uncolored people,
Mm-hmm.
and I play their music, and they like, no,
No?
basically,
Right.
yeah. We ain't hire you to play our music. We want to hear our music. We want to hear your music.
Right.
Where's the UGK? Where's the Pimp C? I'm like, what? Y'all ain't even supposed to know about this, but they love our culture for real. I've got hired so many times for me to inject my culture into their party.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to hear none of that.
Right.
Cause I'm gonna come in, shoot. I'm gonna hit you with the Hugh Lewis and the news,
Right,
the
right.
90s. You know what I'm saying? Rock and roll or
Right.
whatever. Like, bro, we ain't hired you for that.
Ain't you black? What the heck? Yeah. Right.
That's what I really learned. It was like, nigga, they love us.
Yeah.
And when I take my roadies, some of my roadies, I take them out and we'll go out to some of the the wider parts of town or whatever. They're like, nigga, why is you playing this song? Just sit back and watch. Just sit back and watch.
Right.
It's cause
Right.
that's what made me figure it out, man. They love us. They love our culture.
That's it. That's it.
Oh God, here we go. Of course, I'm glad you came in on the end. You came in on the benediction, man. He said they're gonna start calling us niggas again in a minute.
Oh gosh.
Give them passes never ends well. Giving inch and them and it's over. Well, the thing is, we calling them that.
Right. Right. That was the black guy calling him that, not
And
him.
not the
him.
other way around.
Not him.
We ain't made it there.
Right. So.
We ain't made it there. I don't have any plans of making it there.
Mm-mm.
Like they had 400 years with the word and they misused it. So we at least we need to get 400 years with it.
Yeah.
So that's the way that's my feeling.
Hey, we took our word back, and y'all can't
man.
say it.
Hey,
period.
And I always say, man, like Ice Cube said, that's our word now.
Mm-hmm. Period. Okay. All right, husband. That's another one in the book. So, listen, we'll see y'all. Thank y'all, first of all, for coming in, commenting, and all those things, liking, sharing, all those things that you did. We appreciate it. And guess what? We'll see y'all on next Monday. Same jazz time.
Same jazz channel.
All right. Be blessed.
All right, Vanessa. We'll see you next week. See you next week. Melisha, appreciate it. Come on back through next week, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you dropping in. Quincy, appreciate your perspective as well. Boy, you never disappoint. We'll catch y'all next week.